everybody's doing good today. This is part 2 of the previous video that talked about conscious respiration and COVID-19. Do you guys remember that video? That's the continuation. So this is the part 2. Okay, it is always a pleasure to meet you all on this YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing and staying so faithful to the learning process. Thanks for being so eager and so ready to pay attention and learn these precious teachings for your own development. Before we can start the video, I would like to say super quick that the contents and the copyright of this video belongs to Elmancio Godson. He is my teacher, he is my coach, and he is my tool to learn. So I want to tell him thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys learn some really useful things to fight off this disease. All right. So there are 3 big general learning phases in this video. Number 1 is called spiritual development. Number 2 is called personal development, and it comes with some coaching and some training. And number 3 is internal personal development. All right. My expertise is in all 3 of these aspects. Reason being is that you see the channel not only talking. The channel does not only talk about the personal development, but it also talk about interpersonal development. You must understand that our most profound vision is to create a universal spiritual community in which the egregore of each one of us can identify to as a transcendent being capable of experiencing things on their own, as just as any other being given the time is able to. Never forget that we are the unknown. You do not need to discover the unknown. All you have to do is accept this fact that you are the unknown, for the unknown can perform an infinite things, and this can become a real revelation for you. I am already at that level of consciousness. Like I said to you all before, I am one of those people that can listen to the music of the sphere. I live and I enjoy listening to this music that plays from the interior of my being. This music plays 24/7. The notes are changing, the melodies are changing, but the contentment and the enjoyment and the delightfulness that I get from all of this remain the same. And this is the true sources of my knowledge. You must understand that knowledge belongs to no one. It is just knowledge. This video is a continuation, like I said before. So the first thing to know, please free yourself from fear. It is very important to free yourself. It is very important to free yourself from fear. Free yourself from fear. I am not going to say that fear is your enemy, because I don't want you to create a conflicting emotion between you and fear. No matter how mighty a person might be, they still have fear. For spiritual beings like us, fear must be an eminent factor to guide and to motivate us on our journey. If we accept fear, if we live with fear and integrate it in our life and work with that fear, it will become our friend. Because you have to make peace with it, because we understand why that fear is there. For those of you who do not know what fear is, do not diabolize fear. For fear is a part of your mental control system. It is there to help you stay alert and alarmed. Fear isn't there to limit you. You must understand that you are a being with unlimited and infinite capabilities. You are only scared of your mighty being that is sleeping in you. You are only scared of who you are. You are only scared of who you are because you do not want to wake up and size this giant being. The only thing that is scaring you is your exterior personality, because your exterior personality is scared to face the dual that lies within you. You are scared to wake up to the mighty being that possess all of these great abilities that is also you. This is what fear is, because fear itself reminds you of everything and of who you are and what you are capable of. It is very important to free yourself from this fear, because fear is a part of a universal control system. When they want to manipulate the mass of people into submission, the only way to succeed is to put fear in people, in the mind and in the mass, because fear is an easy tool to control the mind. Religion also has taken this route. If you notice, for generations, they have used fear to control the mind of the mass because they understand the power that fear has over the mind. All they have to do is tell you that you are sinful, and if you sin and if you do this and that, you are going to go to hell when you die. And that already has taken a toll on your mind. So you simply don't want to do this and that because you're scared. Okay. So, and the other thing that they have done correctly, they have fabricated lies about judgmental God that awaits you after death, so that you can be judged based on your so-called sins that you have committed. The invention of sin is part of that mind control system of fear. Nowadays, you see politicians using fear to control the population. They do that so easily, and everybody is scared, and they do it at every level that you can think of. And because of these humans, because they are able to put fear in us, humans are in check. We don't do anything out of control because we're scared. So from time to time, lots of people write, they all keep writing me letters like, oh, the end of the world is coming. I'm scared. What can I do? What are you doing to protect yourself? People, let me tell you, I am not scared because I know the end of the world is not coming. And even if it is, I know what to do because I know who I am. All right? Okay. So I am not going to tell you not to, I am not going to tell you at all, oh, don't worry, this is true, this is not true. But rather, what I want to do is to teach you how to free yourself from fear, because fear is a disease. There is no school in which they teach you fear. Because if you manage to free yourself from fear, you'll realize that there is no more enemy. This is only an illusion. Truly, if you free yourself from fear, you realize your potentials and you realize who you are and what you are made of. In reality, what transcends fear is a principle that can help you free your immune system. That is the key. But before we go on, I am begging you all to understand that the only way to control a human being is to instill fear in them. You need to understand this and you need to free yourself. Okay? So now I'm going to take my time and explain things in detail a little, because I'm one of those teachers that love to explain things in detail so that the general population out there can get it and grasp what I'm saying. All right? Okay. I know who I am and I know what type of class of energy I belong to. And given that fact, fear is not a factor for me, okay? The unknown is a scary thing to all. But really, what is the unknown? We must realize that an unknown being must be known. Like I always tell my students, do not seek what brought the mystery, but become the mystery, for this is the only way that you are going to understand mystery itself. If you are in a room that you cannot see, for example, if you are in a room, you walk into a room and the piano is playing itself and you don't see the player, you are going to be scared, simply because your senses cannot apprehend the situation. They cannot assess who is playing the piano. They just don't understand. And because of this, because your senses cannot understand what's going on or measure it, you are going to become scared because your senses are in turmoil. We agree on that one? Okay. So also, it's not just the invisible wall or the unknown that scares us. Sometimes it's also the physical things. For example, the air that we breathe also scares us, or and it doesn't scare us in a sense of we are scaring it. We are afraid, but we are a little bit scared simply because we are breathing air in every day. But air is invisible, we don't see it. So the senses cannot really measure it or comprehend it. That is something that is eminent. We need air to breathe, right? All right. So another example that my explain this very well is this. when someone comes and tell you that they saw your husband or your wife at a hotel, and you know that before he or she left the house they told you that they are going to the mall, from that moment on that you hear their new info, given the fact that you didn't have access to this information before, this new information is invisible, these facts are invisible, and because your senses do not have the notion of these facts, they become distraught. When the senses are distraught, then you begin to understand that they exist to help us apprehend what is physical, what we can feel, see, and touch. For instance, I can see and feel the chair that I'm sitting on, and it makes sense to me. But imagine when somebody tells me sit on the chair, and I look where they're telling me to sit, and there is no chair. Um, because I cannot see the chair that they are telling me to sit on, I am going to become alarmed and scared, because our senses are always scared of things that they cannot apprehend or comprehend. Make sense? All right. The people who have done parapsychology or elementary psychology, those who have tried to study the mechanism and behavior of a human being, will tell you that the best way to control someone is to instill fear in them. The greatest nation on earth are using the method of fear to control the mass, because they have come to understand that the power of fear, and fear does the best thing: control. So they use it to maintain the general population. You hear them saying, if you shoot your bomb on this nation, we will shoot our atomic bomb on your nation, because we also have it. This is the equilibrium of terror. They've understood that the only way to manipulate and keep people under control is to instill that invisible fear onto them, so that they can stay in control. I am going to take this a little bit far. Um, you hear people talking about culture, but cultural things are relevant to us because we play a part into the physical aspect, and we ignore its invisible part. The mystery of God scare people also, because he's known as an invisible entity. Lots of people are scared of the African culture because Africa has its own rights and culture that are linked with the invisible, and this notion is what scares people. Generally, what we can sense and apprehend isn't scary to us. Go easy on yourself, because fear is a part of our nature, simply because our senses only calm themselves when they can measure and apprehend what's going on around them. But when something is out of their comprehension or vision, their senses become distraught, and you see people in fear behaving irrationally, hyperventilating. Sometimes you even see people fainting because they are scared. And the system that we live in have understood this. So they have always used this to control us, to keep us down. Now that you understand this, you must understand that the media is also part of this system of fear. Because the more you are informed of what is going on, actually, the more distraught you become. And they love that, because that's the only way they can keep you in check. Out of 90% of the info that the media tells us, only 10% is probably true. The rest is just bullshit. Their goal is to simply keep you under control. They love to create fear in you so that you can lose your sense of security, because we love to tell ourselves that there is someone out there that can protect us when the need arises. When we think of police, we believe that we are in security. But the truth is we are not in security, because it's impossible for that 100 police officers to be everywhere at the same time. The population of a city is always larger than the amount of police they have. It is out of sheer foolishness to believe that we are in security, and the people and the police can help us when we are in need, because the truth is it is impossible for the police to be everywhere at the same time. They cannot save or protect everyone. For example, in Togo, West Africa, they have Togo is a country that has about 7 millions of people, and the armed force is barely 10%. So you can see that it is impossible for the police to protect everyone in case of emergency. We are so much more than the armed force. I am giving you this example so that you can all see that you are living in force of security. Security as you think on it, does naturally exist. No one is protected. You must accept this fact and know that no one can protect you. People can try to bring you security, but the truth is, security is an illusion. You gotta protect your own self. You gotta take care of you. No one is gonna do that better than you. So up until now, the African population is still naively believing that the people that are governing them can also provide them with joy and security. The people that are working in government, let me tell you this, they don't care about you. They only care about controlling you. I don't um I don't want you to be alarmed, but you need to understand that the people in power only want power because they want to remain there. So they, because of this, they are blind to everyone's suffering. For the thing about power is this: once you have that power, you want more and you want more. And what everybody else wants, you don't care. That's power. So this is why a lot of our leaders do not like to leave power. In reality, they've become a slave to the power. They do not seek the force, but rather the power. Truth is, they do not know what power is. But we, the spiritual people, we know what power is. It is an impossible. Power is true. Power is only detained. And the people that think they are in power, the truth is, they are slave to power. It's the other way around. Nobody can contain power. Nobody can hold or keep power forever. We agree, right? Okay. So we the spiritual people tend to laugh when we hear a person saying that they have power because we know that it is a lie. Power never belongs to anyone. Ever since the beginning of time, we all know that power cannot be contained because power itself is an entity far worse than the virus of COVID-19. You all have no idea if you truly saw the face of power in the inferior, superior, or astral world. The face of power, honestly, the face of power is not a force to be reckoned with. For that thing that govern African countries or other countries are not to be messed with. Um, did the people in power governing us right now attended any mystical school where they've been trained to see the horrible faces of power so that they can taste love instead? No. These people need to be taught the difference between the power of love and the power to rule. But they didn't attend those school. They didn't attend those school yet. They are purely into power and they believe that they have the power. They are like naive little kids acting and believing that the world belongs to them. But truly, the world belongs to no one. These leaders are like little children. They are gonna wake up one day, old and gray and weak, and power is still gonna be power, and they are going to be the idiot fool that follow power to begin with, because power cannot be contained, like I said before. If anything, we should embrace force, because the opposite of power is force, and force comes from love. All right? Okay. Interior force is love, and love is a magnificent and extraordinary power. But we are not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about that some other time. I had to take this route so that I can be able to show you all that the number one tool that these people use to manipulate and control is fear. So what we're going to do is free ourselves from fear, okay? And I know that you are going to ask, so what is the relevance biochemically between fear and our immune system? I am going to explain this to you thoroughly so you can understand, because I am one of those teachers that like to take the time and explain things thoroughly so you can grasp it and understand it, the way anybody else will understand it. We have in us what they call the immune system. The Egyptians have known what an immune system was millions of years before modern medicine came to be. The other name given to the immune system is called Ammon or Ammon Ray. They call it Ammon Ray because our immune system is linked to Imana, meaning not only a form of physical destructibility but also spiritual. There's a reason why they place it in the IB, which is our heart. Do you know the secret of the heart or why they weigh the heart? Uh, you know that our divinity, Imana, that is generating what we call the power of adaptability as a border between the things that are up and the things that are down. It stays in the middle, okay? To create equilibrium. For the Egyptian, intelligence was never in the head, rather in the heart. All right. A secret of the scale. The Egyptian used to use the scale to weigh the heart and not the head, simply because they knew that the heart holds so much more of everything that the person is, and the brain is just another mechanical part of the body to them. And for proof they actually can also project into the astral world to learn all there is to know about the brain and the heart, and that's how they used to function in those days. Okay, so and really, why would they use the brain? The brain doesn't tell you what to do, but the heart tells you a lot because Osiris reside in the heart because it is the seat of Amon Re. Amon Re is aligning with your inner equilibrium. Our immune system is located at the level of the heart. It is such a powerful system that is in tune with our network, again called our spinal cord or Isis Mundi, and also called the sarcophagus or Osiris. But it is in relation within our power to modify the body until we can turn it into what we call practically eternal. The ancient Egyptians science that used to take care of the body, that part of the body was called the jet. The jet chews the body, but he knows that the body on its own nature was also immortal. The two word meaning means the same thing. Remember that Osiris is eternally alive because his body have been mummified, and the principle of mummification is to make the body immortal. And the principle of immortality of the body is only um, possible by our soul or ka, also known as the bird that comes out of the body, also linked to our heart and our immune system, hidden from within us lies Imana or Amon Ray. So what is the problem? The only way to manipulate and control and trap the spirit into their own body is to use a system of control called fear. Because fear comes in and breaks the key that allows the total liberation of your immune system. So because they want you to be dependent on them, they instill fear in you because fear will keep you in control, right? Okay. So the only way to break out of fear is to learn what we use, what we call trust. Okay. Not even love, but trust. It is very important to understand that um, only universal values, those that are universal principles or called or naturu, these things are also entities and divinities constituting a subtotal of the encompassing all that can help you. This is what they call profound animism or profound metaphysic of nature or mechanical aspect of the eternal. You must know that the key that allows you to free your immune system is trust. When they instill fear in you, it's just to make you lose that imminent and permanent value. This value that allows you to communicate with yourself and to vibrate in harmony with your own self. To be able to create your own interior jet in order to unify the things that are up with the things that are down. Um, you need a jet because the jet is equilibrium, all right? So they want to break the base of your jet, which is trust, because if you cannot trust your body, then your body cannot be able to heal you. Yeah. A divinity, you need to understand that trust is not just a concept, it's a whole divinity. A divinity that has multiple names in all the biggest mythology of history. And when you realize that the true secret lies in trust, not just trust in God, but not just trust in God because you have no idea what God is, for it is just another system of control to say that they've taught you God. I will do another video and explain this concept to you later on. But my interest today is on trust and the value of trust, but also the power that comes with trust and its divinity. For trust is an alive being that is sleeping inside of us. Do you know, excuse me, do you know that when you hold your child in your arms and the baby looks at you and smile and you smile back, that trust is built, and based on that trust that they have in you, this is going to help the child grow up beautifully and sanely because they trust that you are there for them. Okay. You haven't yet evaluated the power of trust, and when they know that a nation is starting to trust in their own self, they must invent a new element of fear to divide them. And their goal is to fragilize your immune system by instilling fear. We are at the age of information, and diffusing information is very easy nowadays. Please listen to me. Free yourself from fear. Find the trust in you. Look at fear as an instrument of control. And whatever happened or whatever the world may say, do not let your imagination get out of control. Trust in you. I know you are going to ask me, trust in whom? And this is where the surprise comes in. I am taking you to liberation. And if you only do what I tell you to do, of course, I'm not forcing anybody, okay? But if you only do what I tell you to do, which is trust in you, you will see up to what point they've used fear to manipulate you for all this century. And if you free yourself from fear, then you have won this battle at least 90%. You keep hearing them talk about the virus, thousands of people dying, the chaos, the end of the world, the sickness, the conspiracy theories. All of this is just bombarding you and keeping you more in fear. And the more you are scared, the more control and power they have over you. Their vision is to make you lose control. And if you lose control, you are done because not even a medication can save you. Free yourself from fear, guys. And there is a simple way to do this. Whom should you trust? People will say that I must trust my own self. What I will say is this: I must trust my own body. Yes, trust your own body. It does make sense, but believe me on this: trust your body. The next question is, up to what percentage should I trust myself? Up until now, you need to understand the mathematicians have discovered that the numbers are unlimited. I don't know if this mathematical concept exists, but trust your body infinitely, meaning to the infinite. Trust your body, okay? So you must trust your body infinitely, not at 10%, 50%, 100%, but at 1,000,000%. Keep trusting your body, okay? So you must believe in your body. You must absolutely and infinitely trust your body, for the body possesses an unlimited capacities to make its own immune system healthy. It is the hidden imana. To find all possibility of adaptation, even if your body appears sick from time to time, I can assure you that your body is never sick, rather the egregore of the body that is sick. And I don't want to confuse you, but I can assure you that a sick body is just an illusion, for there is a true physical body and a fake physical body. The true physical body is the only one capable of transforming and transfiguring the physical, because a man can live eternally. I don't want to debate that aspect today. I want to stay on track for a little bit. The only thing that I'm asking you to do is to trust and to believe in your body. The best technique is to sit down on a chair, close your eyes, put your hands on your thigh to remember the technique respiration that we did before, and breathe. Breathe from the abdomen, your lower part of the abdomen up. Breathe from the nose and inhale from the nose and exhale out. That's all I'm asking you to do. And the more you do this, you're going to realize that your respiration is going to become so much more calmer, and you are going to grasp the concept. And then as much as you keep doing it, when you have reached the peak, then something is going to start working. That means your immune system is up and functioning properly now. Okay, we're not going to stop at this. So to become conscious of the body, it has nothing to do with thinking about the body, but rather feeling the body. Every time you inhale, I need you to smile, and I need you to feel every inch of your body. Use your emotion, use everything you got. If this can help you, when you're making love, the way you feel when you're doing it, think about that emotion and use it when you're doing your conscious or respiration, because you want to wake up the body. You want to wake up every inch of that body so that that body can wake up the immune system, your imana residing in you to heal you. Okay, so just sometimes if making love using that emotion that isn't appealing to you, think about playing with a child. When you're playing with a child, we forget ourselves and we become like the child itself. We laugh and we throw emotions out there without control. I want you to use that type of method when you're doing this type of conscious breathing, because it's only by letting go of fear, it's only by trusting your body that you are going to help your immune system. Okay, all right, so you must believe in you, and the only way to believe in you is to trust your body, because when you trust your body you are going to get the result faster. Okay, so you need to understand that you're not gonna just tell your body to breathe, excuse me, to breathe and to trust one time and it's going to trust. No, you need to do this many times, and the more you do it, the more it's gonna come. You need to tell your body, you need to tell your body that you trust him completely. Abandon yourself completely, and you will see that the trust that is hidden in the body, the imana or the amon ray, will wake up, and you will see the power and the force that reside in the hidden parts of the body. And this is the truth. Believe it. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm telling you. Okay, guys, remember, sit down. When you sit down correctly, slightly close your eyes if you get distracted easily, and just focus all your energy on the tip of your nose, and inhale through your nose and exhale out. But remember to breathe from the abdomen, and also remember to trust your body. We'll sit down comfortably, breathe through your nose, and inhale through or exhale through the mouth. Do it as many times as you can, and remember, free yourself from fear and trust your body. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and again, thank you for tuning in every day. It's going to be a third video and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth, so hang in there, because we really want to teach you how to fight coronavirus and all the other diseases out there so that you can be healthy. All right, bye bye everybody, stay safe.